Howdy, Pitt, back at Farrier Pit Forge. I'm going to be working on the rasp knife today. Got an orange heat so far. Take just a minute for it to finish warming up, and then we'll see if I can't go ahead and hammer out a blank out of it. Annealed it so that I don't have to worry about stress fractures and stuff like that and all from it being too hard as I start to work it. Let's see how we're going. Went ahead and sanded down the teeth, the more aggressive teeth on the one side. What I'm going to do is draw this out a little bit, bring it out into a taper. As you can see here, I sanded down these more aggressive teeth, so I don't have to worry about a bunch of little cold shunts in there. Let's get one. Yeah. Saw an interesting video. One of the guys that I've actually been following for several years, Chandler Dickerson with the Old School Forge. He may not have been traditionally taught or instructed, but the man's taught himself a lot, and I admire that. And he's not willing to try and fail and actually show those. And, I've seen where some people are kind of bashing him because he's not formally trained or anything, because his techniques may not always be, those that people that have had mentors and apprenticeships and stuff like that and all, use. But he's learned while he was going, and the man does good. May not be the best way or easiest way of going about doing something. But you got to admit, he does make results. I seen a video that he posted. Well, I saw it today. I'm not quite sure when he posted it, but some people bashing him about how he does things. I'm self-taught. I did a lot of research and stuff like that and all. And, I may not be the best at what I'm doing, but I strive to be as good as I can be, and better than I was the day before. So in this community of blacksmiths and bladesmiths and things like that and all, we should offer constructive criticism and be willing to lift each other up and help each other out, instead of downing one another because we're not formally trained or because we don't use what's classified as the proper techniques. I do try to use proper terminology and things like that, and I know there are times that I fail, but we're supposed to help each other out in this community. That's one of the things that I've always liked about blacksmiths and bladesmiths. The ones that I've met personally, that I know personally in the area and around and on a lot of pages and stuff and all, always willing to help one another and lift each other up and say, hey, look, maybe you ought to try this, or hey, have you thought about doing this, or did you know about this? Instead of calling people, I can't remember exact terminology that was used and all, but basically it was just downgrading him, say that that he wasn't, he was a blemish on the blacksmithing community. Well, I don't see that. I see him inspiring others to get into it and all, and if those others pass him or me or anybody else in skill levels, that's awesome. That's what we're here for. So, sorry about that, just a little bit of a rant there. Apologize. I don't think it's right. No. All right. Yeah, I really need to forge me some knife tongs. Not quite sure where I'm going to go with this yet as far as design, but we'll see how it turns out. Probably going to do a think about trying, more like a clip point style. See how that looks. This will actually be my first time using a Farrier Rasp, and I was requested to do it. So we're going to see how we do, and then hopefully next week I'll actually be able to do some of show my little etching and stuff, and how I use the vinyl stencils to do that. I'm still working on footage on this second the Marine Corps knives. This one right here, and I started off with a piece of 5/8 5160 round stock. The first the Marine Corps knives that actually got a commission for these next two that I'm doing from a different individual. I've already posted on my Facebook page, Farrier Pit Forge, and I'll probably have a picture of it added to my website shortly. But as I've said before, this is how I know how to do things, how I'm learning how to do things. And I'm not looking to so much as teach. I'm trying to help learn different ways while I'm learning different ways. You know, we're supposed to be able to learn from one another and help each other out. I appreciate it. I think it's coming along. I'm trying to get to where if I can ever get a good enough Wi-Fi signal or anything out here, or you know, cell signal, to where I can do it one way or the other, that I'm gonna try to get to where I can do a live video at least once a week as well as the recorded ones. And then, like I said before, on my Patreon, I'm gonna you know, attempt to do 2 videos a month. I can guarantee 1. I know I'd mentioned before of doing 2, but with time-wise and everything and all, and trying to improve my tool quality and things like that, and my shop quality, and finish up the wiring and stuff, as well as take care of my homestead. It's probably going to only be 1 a month, you know, guaranteed, and possibly sometimes 2. Just like with, you know, the videos, I can guarantee 1 a week now. And when I get the opportunity and stuff, and I'll throw out 2 a week, but there's no guarantee on that. It really depends, because you know, there's a lot of stuff that I don't video and all, because it's just been videoed to death, like making tongs and you know, jigs for bending and things like that. You know, hold downs. You know, the little ruler that I use that clamps onto the anvil. That you know, I've seen it done by DF in the shop. You know, and those are other channels that you can check out, you know, because they're really good information on, you know, Christ-Centered Ironworks has put out some really good videos on tooling up and stuff and all. And he's got one on making a little 10-pound swage block that's worth checking out. It's a 2-part. In the first one, he actually makes the tools, and in the second one, he works on the block itself. So. The gentleman I'm making this for is a good bit taller than me, and I'm 6 foot. His hands are probably close to the same size as mine. He's an older gentleman, a real nice gentleman, retired machinist. And you know, so he does one aspect of metalworking, I do a different. But you know, so I hadn't done one before, and I've had a lot of people ask me about it and this and that and all, and so when he asked me, and he's helped me do some things, and you know, and I've helped him do some stuff, and so I figured I'd go ahead and give it a shot and see how it turns out. to be doing another knife giveaway. I did one last year about this time to reach 200 likes on my Facebook page. And I think on this next one that I'm going to do, I'm going to link it to my YouTube channel to see if I can't get 200 likes on the YouTube channel. And I'll actually forge the knife out of either 1080 or 1095 carbon steel. I may decide to do a laminate with a 15-inch 20-ohm outside or something like that. And then people that enter and everything and all, I'll do a random number generator to pick it out and go from there. Now, what I've got here is almost like a swept point, a trailing point coming down, and we're going to go from there. See how we can turn this out, how the bevels and all work out on it. So before we actually start putting the bevels in, we'll need to soak in some heat and kind of turn the tip down, so when I hammer out the bevels, it'll naturally bring that tip up to make the swept point. All right. I had to look out my window and check on my hogs. They got out earlier. You ever seen a man chase an 800-pound boar? Or have an 800-pound boar chase him with food? Yeah, that's what I had to do earlier to get him back in the pen. But thankfully, he's a gentle giant. Alright. Come out here and we're going to Alright, now that I've got that curved down, I'm going to hammer out the bevels, see how that works. And, it should, as I work the bevels from the back to the front, it should bring that nose, that point back up to where it'll sweep up and give us the natural clip style point. All right. And a failed Kukria I did where the back half delaminated. This is the tip on it. It's a 15N20 over 1080. And as you can see, it didn't delaminate. It adhered good. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring this down and hammer out a tang and make a bit of a large kind of short, fat drop point, almost like a Skinner. And I always find something to do, even with our mistakes. All right. As you see, starting to get some bevel on it, and it's already starting to push that tip back up. Actually also be adding in some actual blacksmithing work and stuff later on. I'm still going to be doing that grapevine, and I'll be doing another laminated caprice hopefully within the next month or so. It's just been playing catch up outside of this. It's kind of hindered what I was and wasn't getting done as far as inside the forge. If there are any suggestions that any of my subscribers would like to see, I'd be glad to let me know, and I'll see what I can do about doing it. One of the gentlemen actually asked me about being able to see the etching process, so I'm going to see what I can do about next week shooting that video. This is something where we all learn together. I may know something that you don't know, you may know something I don't know, and somebody else may know something that neither one of us know, or may know more about what we know. So let's try to be nice to one another and help each other out instead of being hateful and rude. I guess I should have drove that front tip down a bit more in order to get the effect that I was looking for. But I can still make it work. Like I said, I'm shooting for maybe a clip point style. I may just do a variant on a drop point or something like that. We'll see as it goes on. The only thing that I was asked for was a rasp knife. could have probably got a couple of different ones out of this. Alright. See what I can do. Change up that tip a little bit. Apparently they're harvesting timber out of the woods behind my property. Another gentleman owns that. But, so that's maybe, I don't know if you can hear the noise or not. I can. It's the only thing about out here in the country. Sound travels. Boy, does it travel. Hopefully by the time I do the next video I'll have the electrical finished up to where I'll actually have a switch for that. Little by little I'm getting it there. I appreciate the support of those that do subscribe and those that are on my Facebook page as well. I do appreciate it. The thing is essentially I'm going to take and make these videos, forge out the blades no matter what. But it kind of does help boost the morale when you get compliments or advice, something like that from somebody else. I sell a few of my blades here and there, and I trade a few of them here and there. But I enjoy it either way. It's something I'm gonna do. I've made mention of it before. That, I first got interested when I was 17 years old. And wasn't till about 4 years ago now that I actually got to build my forge, and same one I'm using now. It's built out of an industrial light table and a tapered brake drum. That way the forge pot functions properly. Alright, now, this is a rough blank, forged out, and start to finish just over 30 minutes. See what I can do about cleaning it up a little bit. And maybe adding a little bit more character to it. As you notice, when I'm working bevels, bring it out to the edge, and when I'm hitting with my hammer, I'm actually hitting a glancing blow like this, to where it's bringing that taper out. Same way with over here, I'm using the toe, hammering it out that way. Close to you, it's the heel bringing it to you. And that's so you don't literally just beat the face of the anvil to pieces. But at the same time, it's effective for getting it down to a nice little taper. I'll beat that up some more. When you want to draw a long piece out for a long taper and all, you can actually take the piece and extend it over the anvil and hit to where it's drawing it out that way. Or some guys actually like to use the peen and draw it out over the horn. Both are effective methods. What do you think? Oh. Nah. Let's see. What would happen if I was to taper that tang out and broaden back just a little bit more, how that would look? I don't know where the video cut off on me, so maybe talking, skipping something. Y'all see the jumps because I wasn't paying attention. My camera only shoots a certain amount of video at a time, and then it cuts off. So let's see. See how the tang tapers back and give me a little bit more width back here in the handle. I think that looks a little bit better. Over here coughing and burning my coal up. Let's see. There we go. Just over a half hour from start to finish for that blank. Got the taper down to maybe just under an 1/8 of an inch. And we'll got a little bit of a warp in. Bring that up to temperature. Get it straightened out. And then I'll figure out what I'm going to do for the handle and make that a second part of this video. Alright. I appreciate the views and the likes and the comments. If you would share it with your friends, it would be nice if I can get my subscriptions up. If not, hey, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it anyway. I appreciate it though. Y'all have a blessed one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.